Hello everyone, and thank you for joining us for Exness's weekly market outlook. In this video, we're going to be discussing a key idea for trading for this week and some of the narratives fundamentally that are driving that possibility over the next few days. Joining us today is Stanislav Bernikov to give us the idea and explain some of the rationale behind it. Thanks very much, Stan, for joining us.
Hi, Michael. Thank you, everyone, for joining.
What's in focus then for this week? What is the possible idea for a trade that you have in mind?
So this week I'm having the idea of probably capturing the pullback for Bitcoin. There's no guarantee that it will occur this week, but I am looking forward to take it from the area of between 42,500 and 44,500 because the narrative has changed and the technical picture has changed to the dominance of buyers. So we see clearly that we have enough participation of buying activity. So 5 days up, again 8 days up. So when we see such a conviction from the buyer's side, usually we'll have the third wave, and there is greater chance that it will occur from the support. So market is kind of range bound probably, so no big drivers behind the moves, so no big changes in the equity markets, and we know that Bitcoin correlates with Nasdaq and S&P 500 a little bit, so probably is going to be a technical week.
So you mentioned the correlation with the equity markets. Is there any other key narrative or more than one narrative you think that's going to be driving Bitcoin this week or further ahead?
Sure. First of all, we see that there are two narratives right now. First of all is this so-called inverted curve. We've seen sell-off on the short-term bonds, and actually that's a concerning sign. So investors and traders are trying to price in the possibilities of recession. But it seems that the market is not reacting on that, at least for now. Also, we see accelerating probabilities of an interest rate hike on May, June, July, and so on and so forth. But at least market is not reacting to that right now. With that, we can make a conclusion that the narrative is pretty much different. So it's not inflation focused so much. It's not the monetary policy focused, but rather probably traders are looking forward into signs of economic activity, recovery, and we are having the next earnings season ahead. So next week we will have corporate earnings, and probably the focus of the market is there.
And looking at the next couple of days specifically, what do you think are some of the possibly important events on the economic calendar or otherwise that possibly could drive volatility, changes in sentiment and so on?
So the most important, I think, is the publication of FOMC minutes this week. It's Wednesday. So monetary policy is, as I've said, is not probably the main focus, but still, if there is something unusual appears in protocols of Fed meetings, probably market will react, and it can react with some volatility. So it is Wednesday. Well, there are some other news in the calendar, but I think the most important one is this one. So we gotta focus on that, and it will have some relation with the price of Bitcoin too.
So in summary then, Bitcoin seems to be likely to test the support before bouncing with fairly strong participation of buyers. And the main narratives that are driving that are the shift in focus away from inflation onto economic indicators, and of course the inverted yield of Treasury bonds in the USA. And the key event this week that traders should monitor is the release of the minutes of the FOMC's latest meeting, which is happening on Wednesday evening. Thanks very much, Stan, for joining us and giving us your valuable insights and the idea.
Thank you, Michael. Have a good trading week, everyone.
And we wish you successful and responsible trading to all of our watchers, listeners.